Sagittarius, feminine, okay? So this talks about it takes time to study and meditate before executing what you want to do. So this is very interesting. This goes to pursue, whether it's love, whether it's career, whether it's family, all of the above or none of the above, whatever, you know, is suiting to what you're wanting. However, interestingly enough, this is taking the time to watch, wait, listen. So if you are dealing with somebody from the past, or if you think you may, then there's definitely, you're paying attention. You're being very cautious and waiting to see what they bring to light. If you're not dealing with somebody from the past, you're not interested, you're waiting to kind of, when am I ready to get out there again? Am I ready to get out there am I ready to get out there again? So again, there is that, like I said, very somber feeling for some reason in here, where it's not that you don't know what you want. It's not that you don't know what direction you want to go. It is very much a feeling of peace, that you're no longer shoved and pushed. Like before, you were, I have to go in this direction, I have to go in this direction, or I must find, you know, I need to find somebody good, or, it just feels very much like you're at this point of, I'm in control of where I'm going, who I'm talking to, and what I'm doing. The next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is new beginnings. This is new friendship, new excitement. It can be new love. The Ace of Cups is very much a card about meeting somebody who has great potential. Now, this could be a new beginning with an old person, but I'm going to tell you, quite frankly, right now, and they may come in during this read, there's nobody hanging out in the wings. Now, I'm not saying you don't have an ex or somebody that doesn't love you or that's not connected to you, but a lot of times in reads, when I can feel that the ex is coming forward, they're like waiting outside the door. I can't explain it. And right now, again, there's the silence. You're not saying anything, they're not saying anything, but the Ace of Cups coming in is, I mean, this is fresh. This feels very fresh. This feels very new, new potential, new beginnings with somebody new. Somebody new. Very refreshing, not going down an old path, if you will. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. You have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is about bliss, pleasure, fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is about wanting something, or wanting to, again, control that destiny and no longer allowing drama or negative energy into your life. The Nine of Cups is setting sail for something bigger and better, and knowing what you deserve. And also on top of that, it's more of a knowing where you won't return to. And I'm not saying, again, that there's a negativity towards this ex. There may be for some of you. I'm sure I'll get comments that's like, you don't even know what they did. And so I get that. But this is very much a sense of whatever path I choose, whether it's new, whether it's this Ace of Cups, new love coming in, or if eventually it's going backwards, or if it's just staying single, you're going to be happy in the decision you make. And you're going to see to it. Like, very clearly, they're saying, you're not messing around. You're not messing around. You're not messing around with bad energy. You're not messing around with something that doesn't seem to be, past over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood, and you have your card showing up. Temperance, Sagittarius. So if you've seen my reads, you know I love it when you show up in your own read, because this means being very authentic and very organic with yourself, understanding your needs and wants. This is exactly what I was talking about when I said with the feminine energy and with the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. You're not going anywhere you don't want to go. And the universe is bringing this up as a past card, because in the past, you felt pushed, you felt tugged, you felt controlled, you felt stuck in a situation, self-imprisoned, or whatever you want to say. This very clearly says that you have been in plenty of situations where you felt guilted into getting back with somebody, or you felt, even with family or friends, that you had to go here, or you were obligated to do this, or you're just kind of like, you know what, fuck it, I'm taking a break. Temperance is about patience, it's about balance, it's about self-control, it's about moderation. So this is saying, if I want to go out and, meet a friend, or if I want to go out and meet a friend, or if I want to go out and you can meet in a park 6 feet away, you get my point. But this is very clearly saying, when I feel like it, I'll do it. And if I don't feel like it, I'm not going to do it. And the universe is bringing this up because this is the opposite of some of the way your past has gone. Like, there's people in your past that you have placated to, and not in a bad way, but just, oh, I'll give them another chance, or, they don't treat me as good as they should, but I'll stick it out, and this is kind of like, no, I'm not tolerating it. If it doesn't feel good, I'm not going to do it. If I want to online date, I'll online date. If I want to hide my profile for a week, I'll hide my profile. You get my point. The next card you have is your immediate past, over the past few weeks, past month or two, and you have the Lovers. Sagittarius, what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. No, but this really feels like A, somebody new is coming in, and B, you have an old connection that wants to come in as well. But like I said, a bit here, because there's a new love coming in. Like I said, a very refreshing love coming in. But this past, they may have reached out to you recently, and maybe you haven't responded, or you've just started thinking about them recently, and you know that they're going to be coming forth because you have the Lovers card. Now, you could be seeing somebody or just having fun, fun with somebody, having a fling. Nothing wrong with that. This is a no judgment zone, period. But the Lovers card definitely talks about love, but it talks about an ultimatum as well. So there's very strongly a presence that maybe made themselves known or wants to make themselves known, but is not. But there's also a fresh presence that is either making themselves known, wants to make themselves known, or you're going to take the leap of faith of, online dating or whatever it is. There's something juicy going on here, Sag. I'm not going to lie. It's almost like have your cake and eat it too, but not in a destructive way, not in a way that's hurting anybody else, more in a way of, I don't owe you past anything. I'm not obligated to you. We're not together anymore. You thought they were together anymore. You thought possibly finding somebody new, or have new interests, or have people who are, wanting to get to know me, wanting to date. And guess what, man? That makes the past come running sometimes. It's weird. Even if they don't know anything about it, it's almost like a stigma. Plus, we had the retrograde, which exes come back by the handfuls during the retrograde. Okay, the next card you have is your distant future card. So over the next few months, and you have the Star card. I love this card for you. You have a great read, Sagittarius. Every read so far has been good, not bad, but has had some ups and downs. Yours has some really, really positive light to it. And I think it really is because you're forgetting a lot of the shit. You're saying, when I'm ready to execute, I'll execute. I'm not, there's just no force here, and you're not willing to let anything cave that peace, because the Star card is Aquarius's card, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but the Star card is about faith. It's about inspiration. It's about hope. It's about believing in something bigger than yourselves. And I think that's what a lot of you have done. You've taken some time to spiritually grow, to mentally grow, to get to know yourself more, or spend more time with your kids, or whatever it is. There's been some serious growth here in the Star. If it's not inspiring, you're not going to entertain it, period. You're done playing second fiddle. You're done playing fiddle, period, to people who, aren't listening. That makes sense. The next card you have, that's what I was talking about, is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, you have the Hermit card, which is Virgo's card. So you have a lot of strong energy here. You have your coming out, Sagittarius. Then you have Gemini, which is Lovers. Star card, which is Aquarius. And the Hermit card. So you have air right here, and then you have earth, and then obviously you fire. But the Hermit card is Virgo's card, like I said. This is what I was talking about, that spiritual growth. The Hermit card is about going into your man or woman cave and being like, okay, I got to do this for me. I got to dig down deep. What does Sagittarius want? What do I want? What is realistic too? Because it's not like you're coming out going, this person better make $1 million and, drive fancy cars, and like, it's not like that. It's very much what's a realistic expectation. And you've had realistic expectations in the past. It's not that you've been unrealistic. The problem is the partners you've chosen are not necessarily, and it's not, there's no blame, and it's not, there's no blame. Maybe they showed you your true colors and you didn't know when to say, I think I've seen enough. This isn't quite going to work out. We're living two different lives. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month, and you have the Empress card. The Empress card is very nurturing, very maternal, very paternal card. You could have kids, you could have grandkids, you could have fur babies, which are pets, by the way. You could have fur babies. The Empress card is somebody who is very nurturing, somebody who wants to be very attentive. Look, you're all about the love, Sag. You're all about, like, let's love each other and kumbaya. And I know that's a little, like, going a little overboard. Some of you are like, no, lady, no. But the Empress card is definitely about that feeling of, I want to spread the love. But I want to spread the love to the people who reciprocate it. I want to spread the love to the people who want the love. Because a lot of times, Sag, you spread the love to people and you nurture the people who aren't very deserving or haven't treated you, they've overstayed their welcome in your love. And that's what you're trying to get away from right now. So you're going to find yourself loving somebody or something again, or even embracing the thought of love more and more. Or like I said, even kids or family or friends, just you're feeling, there's going to be a passion or a feeling of energy, an aha moment this month that just feels good. Do you ever have that moment? I get it, but it comes in like 10-second intervals where you just know. You could be sitting in your car at a stoplight, you could be sitting at work, you'd be sitting on your couch, but you just get that feeling. Sometimes it has chills, sometimes it doesn't. It's just that feeling, just at that moment, that particular moment, for 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it is for you, you get that feeling, that undeniable feeling that everything's going to be okay, that even with shit going on, that even with everything everybody's had to deal with, that just for that moment, you just know everything's going to be okay. I feel like that's this month for you. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month, and you have Judgment. So Judgment is looking back. There will be somebody coming back. Again, there isn't anybody like sitting here outside of your door, pounding the door down, like I've seen with some of the reads. This is more either you've silenced them, you've ghosted them, or they're not talking to you, but in reality, it's kind of like, well, then you're lost because Sagittarius isn't chasing you down. So Judgment card is about looking back. It's about the past. It is about meditating and figuring things out. A lot of spiritual stuff going on here with the Hermit card and the Judgment card, because again, there is a meditation aspect to it. There is a listen to your heart, listen to your gut, listen to your instinct. The Judgment card, however, though, is knowing at some point the past is coming back, or knowing at some point you're going to have to deal with something or someone from the past. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome. And you have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is, again, hopes or fears. And your biggest fear is if you do have to deal with the past, they're going to be manipulative. The Seven of Swords is manipulative energy. It's strategy. It's somebody who is not being very kind, does not necessarily have your best interest at heart. The Seven of Swords can be, very deceitful. And so your biggest fear is, I can move forward with something very refreshing, or I could move backwards to where there is a lot of passion here, but there's also some deceit that plays out here. And frankly, Sag, I don't know that you have the energy to deal with the deceit or to deal with that type of energy. So this fear of this manipulation or this person who was not trustworthy or didn't treat you well, or didn't treat you well on several occasions, maybe you guys tried this a few times, that may overrule your decision to have anything to do with the past. Even though you're thinking about it, even though they may come knocking, and even though, like I said, I don't feel they're there right this second, but they're going to slowly kind of come in. And what's pushing them the most is the fact that you do have some prospects of some people who are very interested in you. The next card you have a lot of players coming out here. Not players like playa, but players like different signs. Because your outcome card is Strength card, which is Leo's card. So you could be dealing with a Leo, you know, a fellow fire sign. But the Strength card is about self-confidence to make the right decision. Look, if this is what's hanging in limbo with the past, if you're still loving the past and you know the past still loves you, but what's hanging in limbo is this strategy, manipulation, deceit, dishonored feeling, that insecurity about this person, then you're going to have the strength to say, you know what, it's just not going to work, or now's not our time to, you know, reinstate that or to reconcile, because strength is telling me very strongly that you may need to have the strength to bypass this this offer this time, especially since there's something very new coming in and something very heavy coming for you in the future here. All right, let's just pull 2 cards to see if you are dealing with another person. Yep, that's why I said they're not knocking on the door or anything. They're silent, silent, silent. Let's see. This is these 2 cards reflect if you are dealing with somebody, how they're kind of coming into this month. And they're coming in as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, I always say, is mom's word. The Queen of Cups is very silent, very quiet, sits back and watches, which is very interesting because your Oracle card was the Feminine, which also sits back and watches. But the Feminine has a plan and executes the plan. The Queen of Cups can sit here and very much be silent. You won't see anything on social media. You don't hear from them. They're not saying anything. Even if they completely fucked up and this was like their train wreck or their mess, and you know they should be coming out of their shell and saying, I'm sorry, they're being very quiet. They're not saying anything. This is like a mystery. You don't know what they're doing. They don't know what you're doing. There's a lot of silence here. Lips are sealed. Now, you have the Empress coming out here, which I find very interesting. They're thinking about you. That's why they may just come back here. That's why the lovers from the past may return, because they are definitely thinking about you, because you were the nurturing person for them. You were that Empress. So they're thinking about you. They're just not saying anything. Now, cross watchers, this can be reversed. This is Sag's read, so please be nice in the comments about Sagittarius, but this can be reversed. But like I said, you were their Empress. You were their nurturing. You were the person that they felt that peace, that kindness with, that love with. So they miss you. They love you. They're just not saying anything. Yeah, but I don't know that you're going to stick around, you know, Sag. As you know, I don't sugarcoat anything. And you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is abundance. But the Ace of Pentacles is also new. It's prosperous. It's something new. It's new opportunities. You got to be kidding me. This lady's showing up all over the place. This is, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is new. It's a very, it's possibilities and opportunities and potential. So, Sag, you have a lot on your plate. You have a lot of people who are very interested in they would like to get to know you as friends. For some reason, they're telling me very clearly that whoever's coming into your life, or the people who are going to be interested in getting to know not to push you. So maybe it's a friend of somebody who knew you were seeing somebody at one point. Maybe there's some sort of connection here. But like I said, they know not to push you with this energy, because the Ace of Pentacles is very new, very, very good, very positive energy. And again, very new. But they know. What's interesting is it's almost like a third party triangle here, because you have the Empress again, which is that nurturing, that loving. It says creativity here, which it does represent creativity, but it again is somebody who's very loving and very people want to be around this person, and very inviting, and just has a sense of love and positivity that people right now just really want to envelop. So you're going to have a lot of people wanting your attention. This is you kind of nurturing yourself. This is your past thinking about how much they miss you and care about you. And this is the future saying, I'm going to hold on to this person tight because I know what they have to offer. Now, your Oracle card is Go Fish, which is very interesting because this is what you want sometimes is right in front of your nose, just waiting to be recognized. So sometimes it's hidden and then you have to find it. So go fish. So I'm not going to lie. If I were you, I would be getting out there and seeing what's out there. This past person is eventually going to muster the strength to come back in, just because there was such a strong, connection between the two of you. But the universe is saying very clearly, go fish, Sag. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. There could be hidden treasures right in front of you that you are not that you're not seeing, that you're not clear. And like, it's interesting that I said that somebody is going, I really want to talk to Sag, or I really want to get to know Sag, but they're like, oh, but I know like Sag has been burned before, or I know that, you know, Sag just made it very clear that they're not ready to jump into anything too crazy. So, you know, it's going to be one of those situations where you're going to be ready to move on, or you're going to meet somebody who could potentially be pretty amazing. And then that past person comes back and says, but Sag, I miss you so much. You're going to have to make a pretty tough decision. But right now, I would just bask in the glory of enjoying yourself. Have fun. Get out there. I mean, safely, distance, mask, you get the whole point. But, yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful reading. You have some really good, loving things in store for you. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.